Welcome to a 5-minute moving meditation. And this is just movement in your hands. You can do lots of different types of movement. You can walk, you can do yoga, you can do Tai Chi, you could do Qigong. There are all sorts of different movement mindfulness exercises. But this one, we're just going to use our hands because it's just a simple one to use that we can stay in this contained environment and do. So first thing you do is find a seated position. It's good to do this one seated. However, you can do it standing. You can't really do it walking, but you can do this seated or standing. And first thing, let's just take a breath together. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, exhale, exhale. We're going to do this meditation with our eyes open to begin with, and then you can transition into closing your eyes at a later point if you choose to do that. So eyes open, mostly so you can look and see what I'm doing. Sitting tall, you're going to take your hands in front of you, and we begin by just rubbing our hands together. And what we're trying to do is create friction and create heat in our hands. And you'll notice that the faster you move your hands, the more heat you create. And the idea is to bring blood flow to your hands. And the reason we're bringing blood flow to our hands is so that you can feel it. Because when we're done doing this, faster, 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 you'll be able to notice tingling and sensation in your hands. And it's a great way to identify sensation in your hand is by feeling that blood flow that's occurring. So take your hands and rub them really fast, maybe a little bit faster for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And first thing is see if you can notice any tingling or any sensation in your hand. So take about 10 seconds to just think about, be curious about what you feel in your hands. So maybe you feel vibration. Maybe you even feel a little bit of pressure in between your hands. And we're going to begin by slowly opening our hands just a little bit, and then closing our hands very slowly, just a little. And we're going to connect that with our breath. So inhale, hands open a little bit. Exhale, hands close. Maybe a little bit wider this time. Inhale, hands open a little bit wider. Exhale, hands close. And we're going to continue doing this with our breath, allowing our hands to get a little bit wider each time. If you would like to close your eyes, allow them to just rest gently right now. You can keep them open or closed, it doesn't matter. I'll talk us through this so you can follow along. So bringing your hands together again. You're going to inhale and let the hands almost as if they can float about as wide as your shoulders. And then exhale and effortlessly let them get closer and closer and closer together. And again, breathing in as your hands float out, and maybe you even feel as if your hands are being pushed away from one another a little bit wider than the shoulders. And then bringing your hands slowly together as you exhale your breath, possibly feeling the sensation of pressure as you pull your hands together. And again, inhale, allowing the hands to float wider than your shoulders this time, almost as if they can float up to the sky. And then close your hands, exhaling as your hands come closer and closer together. And now maybe 3 breaths on your own. You're going to inhale and exhale, letting your hands open and close to whatever distance you want. And become curious about the sensations that you're feeling while you're doing this. So 3 times on your own, beginning now. And anytime your mind wanders, which it will, over and over and over, just simply, without judgment, guide it back to the movement of your hands as they open and close. And bringing your hands back together as you exhale, 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 exhale. And let your fingertips touch this time, and just notice the sensation of your fingers touching, your hands, your palms touching. And taking your hands and slowly letting them drift down to your knees, your legs, sitting tall. Taking another breath, so breathing in through your nose, inhale. And exhaling through your mouth, exhale, exhale, exhale. When you're ready, allowing your eyes to open. If they were already open, just taking a moment to slowly take in the colors of the room, whatever you see, the light, the furniture, and coming back to this moment. So that was a 5-minute sensing meditation where we sensed the sensation of our hands, and we did it through movement. So we were able to focus our attention on the movement of our hands, which helps when we have thoughts that are drifting, we can redirect them back to the movement. So thanks for joining me on this moving meditation.